Welcome into the channel. Today, as you can see in the description, I am going to be making an 162-0 MLB team, creating players that all make under $1 million a season. And as I did my research on this, one, I'm so excited for this video. I had a ton of fun looking up and creating this roster. And two, there are so many elite players in the MLB on their rookie contract still making under $1 million. A couple of these guys, I'm not factoring in arbitration money, so not factoring in bonus arbitration money that some of these guys will get. Also, some of these guys have long-term deals that will go into effect next season. But if I did get something wrong, please fact check me. But I'm pretty sure with my research, all of these guys are making under $1 million this year, and it's insane. And I had a ton of fun making this. But welcome in. Thanks for choosing to watch my video. So we're going to start off with my starting lineup here. And I have a full 26-man roster for you. So we'll start with the lineup, then we'll go into the starting pitching, then we'll move into the bullpen. But as you can see here, here's my starting lineup. And the outfielders are positionless. I just picked the three outfielders I wanted best. But as you can see, this team is loaded, man. We start with PCA out in the outfield. So right off the bat, we've got an MVP candidate. One of the better defenders in the league. I mean, he leads the league in WAR. He's already having a 7-WAR season. He's raking OPS in the 900s. He steals bags, hits for power. Moving into my next outfielder, I have Garrett Mitchell, who I think is one of the more underrated players in the entire MLB. He's finally healthy this season, and he's showing off why. I really value defense in the outfield. I think that it is so important to have a great defense. So if I can have a great defense and also have some guys who absolutely rake. So Garrett Mitchell is raking this season, and he's a plus defender out there as well. He makes some unbelievable plays, has great range, has a great arm, and an OPS well into the 8s this year, and he has a little bit of power as well. And then another MVP candidate as our third outfielder. We have James Wood. Probably going to clobber 40 home runs this season. OPS well into the 900s. He leads the MLB in walks. He's just an on-base machine. Truly one of the best players in the sport. A loaded team. And the fact that what's really funny about this roster is Garrett Mitchell was our highest paid player. But all respect, I mean, I got Mitchell on my team. That's what I think about him. So this is a pretty star-studded team, man, I do have to say. So next up we have Junior Caminero at third base, making only $794,000, which is just absurd. And he's another guy going to clobber 40 homers this year. Ellie De La Cruz at shortstop. There's a couple of ways I could have went with shortstop. I could have went with the youngster Connor Griffin. I could have went with a lot of really good players. I could have went with C.J. Abrams, who I believe is also still under this threshold. But he may not be, actually. He might be. He was such a high draft pick. He may be making, and he's been in the league so long. But there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of really good young shortstops. But Ellie De La Cruz, I feel like it's crazy. It sounds maybe one of the underrated players in baseball. People were really hot on him right when he came up. And now people are kind of used to him. And he just puts up numbers every year. I mean, All-Star again this year, can swipe bags. You know, he's had some struggles at times defensively, but he hits for power. He hits for pretty good average. He's just a freak, man. He's a really good baseball player. A guy I would want to have on my team. So I have him as my shortstop. Second baseman making the league minimum is the MLB's leading average guy, Otto Lopez, who is hitting in the 330s so far this season. He showed a little bit of power as well. First-time All-Star this season. He's such a good player, man. I've got him at my second base. Then I've got Ben Rice, another MVP candidate in the AL at first base, making $845,000. What a season he's having. He kind of came on strong last year. If you're a big baseball savant guy, you were really high on Rice coming into the year because you know like his expecting batting average and some of those kind of baseball nerdy stats were off the charts last year. Like his hard hit rate was unbelievable, and he had good stats, but according to all the advanced metrics, he should have been great. And this year he's been great. I mean, OPS into the 900s. He hits for average. He hits for power. He takes walks. Like he truly is a elite hitter. And the fact that the rich just get richer, man. Like the Yankees, unbelievable. And Judge hasn't even been playing, but this guy has really stepped up. I think it's been giving people a chance to appreciate him more. Then I have Drake Baldwin at my catcher position, making $800,000. Maybe the best catcher in baseball with the way that Raleigh has taken a step back this season. I mean, there's a couple other guys like Hunter Goodman. I had an argument for this spot, but I went with Baldwin, man. I just love Drake Baldwin, and he's been scorching hot after the All-Star break. He was a first-time All-Star this year. I think he's so good, man. Last year's Rookie of the Year was my pick to play catcher. And then at the DH spot, I have Jordan Walker, and couldn't leave him off this lineup, man. I did go with Wood instead of him in the outfield. I think they're both kind of interchangeable. Walker may be a little bit of a better defender looking at it now, but I mean, Absolute, what a breakout season. The guy that was one of the top prospects in all of baseball has kind of underwhelmed, to be honest with you. Even got sent down a couple times. And one of his big things was they were like, Jordan Walker can't hit the ball in the air. Like, he's hitting too many ground balls. Man, has he completely fixed that. Won the home run derby this year, so there's that for hitting homers. So just crazy how things change. A couple years ago, he's getting sent down because he's not hitting the ball in the air enough. You flash forward a couple years, he's hitting 300, on pace for 40 homers and like 120 RBIs, and won the home run derby. So this is my starting lineup, and it's unreal how cheap some of these guys are, man. Especially like Caminero under $800,000. Otto Lopez making the league minimum for a guy who is probably going to win the batting title this year. I really love this lineup, but what would you change about it? What do you think? Like, there was some really good options when I was skimming this over. So now I can't wait to show you guys my starting pitching. So we'll go ahead and move into the starting pitching. We have my starting rotation, and I think what this portion of the video shows is, man, some of the young elite starting pitching that we have in our game right now is truly unbelievable. And same thing with these guys, like Burns just signed an extension. Some of these guys have extensions that they have signed that will go into effect next season. But first off, I got Brian Wu. Brian Wu is not having his best season, but looking at the names that I had in front of me, I love Brian Wu. Like, what he has done so far in his career is, he's one of my favorite guys to watch pitch. So even with the down year this year, I liked putting him in this rotation still. I mean, he was an all-star last year. He has one of the best fastballs in all of baseball. I can truly believe he's going to get back on track. He's going to have a great career. He's not done making all-star games. I even think that maybe this is a guy that potentially has like a Cy Young future. Like, I think he's that good. So I have him in my starting rotation. I have no problems having him on there. Gavin Williams. There's guys with better numbers than him, man. I'm a huge Cleveland fan, so I think that factored in. I even almost went with Messick, but I actually went with Williams here. Williams last night had his 4th straight game with 12-plus strikeouts. That just shows the kind of stuff we're dealing with Gavin Williams, and has only given up 2 earned in his last 2 starts in 13, 14 innings pitched. He has elite stuff, some of the best stuff in baseball. Like, it's up to 100 miles an hour. It is a elite four-seam fastball. It's a wicked slider, just a wipeout slider. If he gets ahead of guys, he puts them away better than anybody in the MLB. His problem is just walks. But I'm telling you, like, he's another guy that has maybe a Cy Young future. Like, the stuff is that good. And he's already having a good year, but he's a guy that projects really, really well. I wanted him in this rotation. This rotation, he's just pure filth, man. So I put him in here, making $822,000. Moving on down the list, I have right now the leading front runner for the AL Cy Young and Cam Schlittler, only making $800,000. He's just a second year, may even still qualify as a rookie. I'm not really sure. I don't think he does. I think he pitched enough innings last year where he doesn't. But he's still really young, man. His first full season in the big leagues. We saw what he did in the postseason last year. He has an ERA in the 1s right now. Just unbelievable. And then you move into our next guy, the best pitcher on the planet right now. And I don't know if you can say otherwise. Like, with Skeen's struggles, Scooble's been out. But even with Scooble and Skeen's pitching, like right now, I think I'm picking this guy as the best pitcher on the planet. He's definitely the hottest. I mean, what he has been able to do this season has been pure unhittable. I mean, whip under 1, ERA under 1 point. I believe last time I checked, his ERA was like 1.5 after his last start where he went 5 scoreless, I think, with 12 punchies against the Rockies. The best pitcher on the planet right now. I don't see how he doesn't win NL Cy Young. He would have to have a couple of just catastrophic outings to not win the NL Cy Young with how far he is kind of pulled away from the field with the way he's pitching. And he's only making $788,000, but the Brewers are going to lock him down for a long time. Just what the Brewers are able to do with their pitching factory. And then you have Kyle Harrison in there as well. They have so many studs, man. And the last guy I have is Chase Burns. I watched this guy pitch a lot in college, whether it was in Tennessee or Wake Forest. I knew he was going to be a monster. He got up to the bigs quick. Like, I think that as a college prospect, he's the second best one I've ever seen behind Skeens. Like, that's how good I think he was. I was really, really high on him. And he struggled a little bit last year when he first came up. And he really started dealing down the stretch. And then this year, he has just been off to the races. Like, the innings limits are off. And he's just been unbelievable. And he just got signed to a deal the other day, rightfully so. He's one of the best young pitchers in the game. And I think he's going to be one of the best pitchers in baseball for years and years to come. You pair him and Hunter Green up, that is just a nasty rotation for years to come. Like, I pray those guys can stay healthy. So, just a filthy starting rotation for the price that we're getting here. Like I'm telling you, there's so many guys in the league. Like these rookie contracts are something serious, man. Again, this is before the arbitration pool and all that good stuff. So some of these guys will be making more money than this. But if you have made it this far into the video, I do want to pause and take a break. This is a brand new channel. If you want to click that subscribe button if you like this video. But I'm going to keep going now. We're going to go into the bullpen. But it really helps me out. Thanks for watching. Next up, we have our bullpen. And there's a lot of fun names in here. I tried to mix and match, kind of make it realistic. Like I didn't want to go, I didn't want to have 9 closers on my team. I definitely have a few. I'm not going to lie. But I kind of wanted to mix it up and kind of construct it as close as I could to like a real MLB team. Like we're trying to go 162-0. Like we need a lot of moving parts here. We can't just have, 9 closers. We need a couple of guys who are willing to go out there and get us some innings. And we have exactly that on this team. But first guy we got is Kevin Kelly. He's been unbelievable this year for the Rays. He's the most expensive guy in our pen. I have all of them listed in money order, except I did make one mistake with Ben Joyce and Malzinski. But we'll get there. Kevin Kelly, ERA in the low 2s this year for Tampa, has closed some games for them. He has been unbelievable. So one of the best relievers in the game this year. Cade Smith, one of the best closers in baseball, was an all-star again this season. He's had his moments. He's had a couple of rocky outings, which inflates the ERA. But as far as stuff goes and as far as just pure dominance, it's still one of the best fastballs in the league. He's even ridden it up to over 100, up to 101 the past couple weeks, which is his top velo he's hit. So his fastball velo is increasing. His splitter, that's his pitch, man. Like as great as the fastball is, because it's a fastball with run up in the zone, like it's elite, one of the best ones, like high 90th percentile in the MLB. But his splitter is that much better. Like it is just devastating. Complete wipeout splitter. Couldn't make this team and not have him on it. Next guy is Louis Varland, maybe the best reliever in the MLB so far this season, making $821,000 for the Blue Jays. What a trade it was to get him from Minnesota last year. He was terrific for them in the playoffs. Took over that closer role this year from Hoffman and has been the best closer in baseball so far this season. He has been unbelievable. Next guy I have up, this may be a guy that surprises you to be on this list a little bit. I have Carmen Malzinski, and the reason I have him, he's a complete Swiss Army guy. He can start you a game and go out there and get you 5 innings of 2 earned runs and get you in a game and win it. He can be a long relief guy. He can come into the game in the 7th inning and close out a game. Or maybe your starter doesn't have his night. He goes out there and gets you 4 innings. He can truly do anything. And not only is he a great innings eater, he's pretty good at it. Like he's pretty effective. He's not a bad pitcher. He has an ERA in the 3s. He's been effective the past couple of years. He really goes out there and compete. He's got good stuff. So it's not like this is just some guy you throw out there to get bashed for 4 innings and then you go on to the next day. No, this is a guy that if, something goes wrong, you can throw in there and truly compete and stay in the game. I have him on my roster. Next up, I got Ben Joyce. See, this is a weird one. He's not even in the majors right now because he's rehabbing. But I just saw a video of him the other day. He ran it up to 104 in his rehab assignment. That's enough for me. He's on the team. You're hired. You're hired. Ben Joyce definitely could be of use to the 162-0 squad. Unbelievable, man. Like, hardest fastball velo in the MLB. Truly an alien. Please, I really hope he can stay healthy and get back to the big leagues soon. Abner Uribe. If you put up Abner Uribe's baseball savant page and you put it in front of a bull, you're going to get charged because that thing is all red. I mean, he has elite stuff. His hard hit rate is 99th percentile, and he's also given up a lot of ground balls. Weak contact on the ground, that equals a lot of outs, and he has elite stuff. He has an ERA in the low 2s. He's been one of the better, maybe one of the more overlooked relief pitchers in the MLB over the past few seasons, but man, he is really, really good. He's on the squad. So welcome to the team, Abner. Next up, we got Riley O'Brien, the closer for the Cardinals. Started off the year hot, made the All-Star game. Has faded a little bit, but I still think it warrants him being on this team. He's kind of a guy, too. He's a little older to have his MLB breakout. So a guy that I just kind of think is a really cool story and just admire how good he has been. To be 30 years old and then you take over the closer role and just have your breakout. This end of your career, like everyone's career is different, man. Like it's so awesome. So I love Riley O'Brien. He's a great player as well. So give me him on the team. Jacob Latz, another all-star. We got to get some lefties in here. There's one right here. He's another guy similar to Malzinski. He can go out there. He's never hardly going to give you 1 inning. Like the Brewers are maybe the only team in the MLB that use guys for multiple innings in high leverage situations. Like they do it with a couple of guys. DL Hall is one of those guys, and He is just terrific in that role. Sorry, we're actually talking about Jacob Latzer. I don't know how I got on. I got on lefty and my mind went to DL Hall. But we're talking about Jacob Latzer. He's been unbelievable for Texas this year. One of the best lefty relievers. One of the best relievers in baseball. Sub-2 ERA. Having a fantastic season. Next guy up, we got the New York Yankee, Brent Hedrick. He has been one of the more underrated relievers in baseball this season. He's really been coming on of late. Has an ERA in the low twos. One of the more, Yankees fans really love this guy. I think baseball, rest of MLB is finally coming around to realize how good of a season this guy's have. I also just think he's a really likable guy. I love how the Yankees fan base really rallies behind him and how much they really like him. So he's on the team. Next up, kind of adding to our lefties, I got Eric Sombrowski. Again, this may be a Guardians bias pick. I'm a huge Guardians fan. I love Eric Sombrowski. He actually has struggled some this year, but the start to his MLB career has been unbelievable. He's another guy. He doesn't throw the hardest in the world. He's going to sit around 94 to 96, usually around 94, 95. But he has one of the best fastballs in baseball because it has as much ride as anybody in the league. He hits as much swing and miss on his fastball as anybody. And he has one of the best strikeout rates in the entire MLB from a relief pitcher. So I love him. A lefty with a lot of swing and miss who can get you out of jams, maybe come in, put a fire out, which he does a lot for Cleveland. That's so valuable. Next guy who I jumped the gun on and started talking about early is DL Hall from the Brewers. Like I said, he pitches in high leverage situations, and he can do it for a couple innings at a time. And he can maybe spot start you a game. He's another guy who's really versatile and has turned him one of the better relievers in the MLB. Almost a sub-2 ERA in the real low twos. And it's just, to have an elite lefty coming out of the bullpen, you got to have it if you want to go 162-0. And we've got a few of them on here. And the last guy I got is a really interesting one. Didier Fuentes, the highly touted prospect for the Braves, came up as a starting pitching prospect. He's been pitching out of the bullpen. Has even closed a couple of games. He has been really good out of the pen for them. But I just like I like the young upside of this guy. I think he can, the idea of being around all these other elite relievers, and I think he's a guy that maybe eventually down the road for a 162 team has elite stuff to maybe factor in the starting rotation. And I just really like watching this guy pitch. I just thought it was a fun pick. I almost went with James Karinchak because he's one of my favorite players ever. But I went with Fuentes. I love what he's been able to do out of the bullpen for Atlanta, leading one of the best bullpens in baseball, helping out that trainer. I think he just goes underappreciated with all the great arms they have in that pen. So I added the youngster to the pen, man. But this is the team, man, and it honestly has turned out really solid. So here you can see the full team. I did set it up to where there's no guys coming off the bench. But going back on it, I probably would have made it to where I had, a few bench bats. Instead, since it was a fake team, I went with, but I wanted it to be as realistic as possible. So looking back on it, I probably should have done it that way. But here's the 26-man roster with its huge bullpen because I went with a 12-man bullpen. Just because I wanted to kind of shout out a lot of guys just because there's so many bullpen guys that I think can go unrecognized. But what we have here, we got Pete Crow Armstrong, we got Garrett Mitchell, we got James Wood, we got Junior Caminero at third, Ellie De La Cruz, Otto Lopez, Ben Rice, and then Drake Baldwin rounding out the infield. Jordan Walker at DH. Our day one starter, we're probably going to send out, I would probably send out the Miz game one in a playoff series. We're going with a 5-man rotation in the playoff series. We trust all the guys. Keep that healthy bullpen. Keep the starters fresh. We'd probably go with the Miz game one. Probably send Schlittler out game two. I'm probably going to go Williams game three, has some playoff experience. I'll go with Wu in game four, another guy with playoff experience, and send Burns out in game five. Then the bullpen, the closer. I gotta have you gotta slate a closer. I'd probably put Varland as my closer because he's having the best season. Cade Smith pitching that 8th inning, and then everybody else just kind of filling in as needed, pitching in those roles. And this total payroll for the 2026 season comes out to $17,965,975. So under $18 million for this roster, which is unbelievable. But if you somehow stuck around this long, I really appreciate you watching the video. Welcome to the Balk Show. I'm going to have baseball content coming all year round. I'm also on TikTok if you want to go follow us over there with some short form content. But I just started this channel, man. I love talking baseball. If you enjoyed this video, there's a lot more coming. So it just helps me out. If you subscribing to me for no other reason than it just helps me out. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll be here next time.